Hello, it's Marie Diaries. So I'm back on again this evening tonight. I'm about to do this Marie. Well, I'm about to do this. About to do my Marie Diaries 37 Tarot video. Um, so I thought I'd come back on here and do this video. I probably won't do my second one, but I got tomorrow off, so I could do one or two or whatever tomorrow. I just want to start off by saying, Spirit of the highest white light, purest white light, angels, archangels, I ask that you always guide and protect me, show me what you want me to see. I ask that you protect me and keep all negative energies, people, places, and things, keep them away from me. Return back to sender times 100. The energy that they give me, I want them to be returned back to them 100 times permanently. I want to be able to do this reading. I want it to be able to get to someone if it needs to be. But all of this or any video that I do may or may not resonate with anybody. And this is something that I chose to get into, not because of anybody else. I feel like I connected with it also, just like other people who does tarot for their personal reason. I started getting into the tarot for my reason, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning all the time. I don't think you probably could ever stop learning from when you learning from something. When you starting to do something new or learn something new, you can always learn. Like whatever, it don't even matter. I was about to get into specifics, but that's not even important. So I'm gonna pull out the cards out of the bin that I have them in, like I usually do. And what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna read them off like I usually do. I'm just gonna shuffle them and do all of that and get the 37 cards, no less, no more. And then I go into tarot. So I have them out of the bin. I have them out of the bin. I'm gonna make two equal piles. Make two equal piles. Okay, so I have the two piles. I'm gonna start shuffling them, or like how I try to do to mix them up. And soon I will be getting a new tripod, so I'm hyped about trying that out with these videos and stuff, because I feel like I'll be able to give a better angle of what I'm doing and everything. And then what I might start doing is like doing this part off camera and then come on, because like I don't know, I feel like the videos I've been doing, I've been giving like too much of a preview of what the video gonna be like. I don't know, especially like from when it started out, because I'm noticing that the videos, I don't know if that's for every person, that whoever looks at the videos, if they're like watching the beginning just to see what cards I put out. Like I feel like that's what's being done, and the whole video is not getting watched. So I'm trying to think of a different way to do it. Like so, yeah. So now I have this pile shaking, mixed up, shaken up, mixed up. Now I'm gonna do the other pile. about to start shuffling this pile to start getting some cards in the pile so I can get enough to get up to 37 cards. Alright, so Spirit of the highest white light, purest white light, angels, archangels, I ask that you come in and guide me. Show me what you want me to see. Give me any and all cards from this pile that you want to be seen for this video right now. Show me any and all cards you want me to see for this video, Spirit, for this video for Marie Diaries 37 Tarot that I'm doing right now. Show me any and all cards you want me to see for this video, Spirit of the highest white light, purest white light, angels, archangels. Give me any and all cards from this pile that you want to show for this video that I am doing at the current moment. Spirit of the highest white light, purest white light, angels, archangels. Take a little bit more from this pile. Spirit, show me any and all cards for the last go round that you want me to see from this pile. Okay, so we got some, and I'm going to start doing the other pile, put the rest of them in the bin. So I put it in there, and I'm going to start mixing up the other pile. Spirit of the highest white light, purest white light, show me any and all cards you want me to see from this pile, Spirit. How they fell. Alright, so Spirit, show me any and all cards you want me to see from this pile for the reading that I'm doing right now at this current moment. What cards do you want to be seen from this pile, Spirit? Any and all cards you want me to see from this pile? Hopefully this is 37. It should be. Okay, so I'm gonna count out 37 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Alright, and then the rest of these will go back in the bin. These were some good cards, but I've already used them already, but it's okay. I don't use a lot. I don't, excuse me, I don't use all these cards probably at least once now. For these videos and for the other ones that I've done this so far. Okay, let me just make sure it's 37 and I'll start going to tarot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay. So that's 37 cards. I'm gonna put them off to the side. Now I'm gonna start shuffling up the tarot deck to get the first few cards out. Hope everybody is having a peaceful, safe Friday night into their whole weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Having good vibes, good energy, and trying to how you say, de-escalate or like even avoid the negative energy or people, places, and things. Even if that means you around people or if you're not around people, you choose to be by yourself. Keep a positive mindset and do something that you enjoy doing that is for a purpose or better purpose for yourself or others. Enjoy a movie, do a puzzle, crossword puzzle, do a puzzle, regular puzzle. I just seen this board game at where I work at. They got the chess game, but it's like in a little 10 square rectangle. It's in a 10 square little container or whatever. But I want a chess board. But I want it to be like really like nice and fancy. I've been had one of those, even though I don't know how to play chess. But I want one. I want my first one to be really like nice and stuff. Like the pieces in the board be really like nice. Alright, so I done shuffled up the cards a few times. Alright, so spirit of the highest white light, purest white light, angels, archangels. Show me what cards you want me to see from this deck right now. Excuse me. Whew. Show me what cards you want me to see from this pile, this tarot deck. What cards do you want me to be seeing for me right now at this present moment as I'm doing Marie Diaries 37 Tarot? Can you give me 3 cards, please, Spirit? 3 cards to start it off. Okay, so the first card that came out in reverse is the Lover's card. Give me 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards, Spirit. 2 more cards. Okay, so now we just had the 3 of Swords come out upright. So we got the Lovers in reverse, we got the 3 of Swords upright, and we just need 1 more card. Alright, so 3 of them came out, and I'm going to start with the bottom one. And the bottom one was the 4 of Cups in reverse. Alright, so now we got the 10 of Wands and the... So this is how they, they really came out. Was the 10 of Wands was on the bottom. So now we got the 10 of Wands and the High Priestess upright. And those are going to go under the Lover's card. That's what we're starting off with. So I feel like we got a couple that's possibly walking away from each other. Maybe they're splitting up, they're going their separate ways. And then we had the intuition that came up upright. So let's clarify the intuition. Let's clarify the High Priestess. Clarify the High Priestess. Clarify the High Priestess, Spirit. So we know we got a couple, man and woman. We know that for sure. Okay, so now we just had some cards come out. At the bottom we got the 8 of Cups came up upright. And then we got the 9 of Swords came up upright. And then we got the Temperance came up upright. So we know that lovers, a couple, maybe even a marriage, they might have been splitting. This may have been something that was already known that was gonna happen. Because emotionally they not connecting, so that's like part of the reason why they probably splitting and walking away from each other, and they not trying to work on it. because they both could be confused and all up in their head about the relationship, because they're not being patient with each other. There might not be no balance between them. Okay, so let's clarify the Temperance card. Clarify the Temperance card. Clarify the Temperance card. Oh, ooh, Spirit, I'm not taking all of those. You don't need the whole deck coming out at once. Clarify the Temperance card, Spirit. We're not doing the whole deck again. Okay, so now we just had the Five of Swords come up upright. Yeah, like I was saying, there's no balance or patience in between them in their relationship. Because it went from a Nine of Swords, from them probably being sad and confused with sorrow and everything with the Nine of Swords, maybe even like blurred emotions and stuff, with the patience, the Temperance, which is, it's got to do with, I feel like, patience and balance. um, it's not being balanced because they are confused and all up in their head about their relationship for some reason. Five of Swords. Okay, so let's clarify the Five of Swords. Clarify the Five of Swords. Clarify the Five of Swords. It's stagnation in the between them in this relationship. They're not trying to move forward. Maybe it has something to do with communication, because if they both like confused about this relationship or what actions they need to take, they're not going anywhere. It's not moving. It's just standing still, stuck in time. So now we got the Five of Wands that just came out. The first one that just upright. Then we got the Chariot in reverse. Then we got the Page of Swords, and then we got the last card, which is the Knight of Wands. So because this relationship is stagnant and not going anywhere, you're having a lot of confrontation and like fighting and arguing, um, which is not causing them to go anywhere because the Chariot is in reverse. And then with the Page of Swords upright and the Knight of Wands upright, they could be in the beginning of their communication, which one of them could be making some kind of, more likely the woman, the female, the wife, the husband. I mean, the wife, the husband, the wife, the girlfriend of the relationship. She could be in the beginning of voicing her feelings, or some kind of communication with the male or the man or the husband. So clarify the Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Wands, Spirit. So yeah, this female, this wife, girlfriend. She's in the beginning stages of communicating her feelings or emotions surrounding this relationship. She's taking a stand. Yep, because we got the Justice card coming up upright. Outside the Justice card. So she's taking a stand to take some kind of justice for this, around this, surrounding this relationship. So, let's see. Should do these ones first, 'cause that can. So first we got the Eight of Cups coming out in reverse. Then we got the Queen of Swords coming out in reverse. We got the Three of Pentacles coming out upright. And then we got the last card that came out, a Seven of Pentacles. So she could have been trying to take some stand regarding this relationship. She could have been taking some kind of stand, beginning stages of taking some kind of stand, some kind of action around voicing her communication for this relationship. Taking a stand, trying to seek justice for this relationship, because her other half, which is her boyfriend, her husband, he could have been trying to offer to another woman, a relationship. Because you got the Ace of Cups in reverse, you got the Queen of Swords in reverse, and then the Three of Pentacles come upright. So I feel like he was trying to offer to another woman. It might have included a child in that other relationship, and he could possibly even be the father of that child, with the Seven of Pentacles coming up upright. So his intent was for the relationship to grow and continue, especially if you put in time and energy into that relationship. So yep, because the moon was just out here on the table. I didn't even know it was still I didn't even know it was on the table. So the moon came up upright. So that was what was being hidden. This other woman that the man was in a relationship with, the other woman that was in a relationship with this man, this husband or boyfriend, she didn't know this. This is something she didn't know. And then at the bottom of the deck is the Emperor in reverse, with the Page of Cups upright, and the Two of Pentacles upright, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So yep, he was trying to offer his feelings to another, to balance, to trying to balance out the relationship between this other woman with the child, but it wasn't working out. It wasn't being celebrated. Because he definitely was waiting on some kind of, this is the Three of Wands upright. He was waiting for some kind of action. He was waiting for something to, manifest. Because these all at the bottom of the decks. Magician upright with the Eight of Pentacles. He was definitely trying to manifest this relationship to grow. Okay, so let's start looking at these cards I pulled out. We got, I can't make up my mind between the two. Wasn't we just talking about him being with one woman in that relationship, but then he trying to offer to another relationship that includes a child? We got Strength out here. We got One in a Million. We got Cycle. We got Period. We got Summer. Beast. Doctor. Manipulative. So he could have been being manipulative about the relationship. Magnetic energy. black magic spells. And that could even possibly have something to do with the doctor. You never know. Suppressing feelings. So he could have been, with the moon coming up out upright, he could have been suppressing his feelings towards this other relationship because he didn't want the other woman to know, because he was trying to offer that relationship to the mother of his child. You know, he was trying to balance out that relationship, but he wasn't succeeding in that. He wasn't seeing that the growth come in, which he was trying to manifest into the Eight of Pentacles, but it wasn't going as he planned. It says held you to a higher standard. So he could have been holding this other relationship to a higher standard. Needs to deal with past wounds. Blindsided. This other woman could have been feeling like she was blindsided. She didn't know what was going on, you know. Oh, wow. Hit another relationship. Didn't I just say that? And that's what came out. And we already had, he couldn't make up the mind between the two. Then we got news. So this was news to this other relationship. Not the one where the child was involved, but the other woman he was dealing with. This was news to her. Kindness for weakness. So he was definitely taking that woman's kindness for a weakness. And stalking. He could have even been stalking either relationship. He could have been doing that to both. Alcoholic. Lying lies. Projecting energy. Day. So to me this is like the sun card, or it could have been something could have been happening during the daytime. Text. Disagreement. No. The answer no. Not rekindle. Travel. Stranger. Something to do with a neighbor. No. So we had no come out here twice. Red flag. Backstab. So the other woman could have been feeling like he was he like, you know, she could have been feeling like he backstabbed her. Okay, and then we got you got the wrong one. Sudden change. And I like, you know, I said it could have been some kind of change because, you know, in the beginning we had the Lovers in reverse. We got the, what is it, the Ten of Wands. Excuse me, we got the Ten of Wands coming up upright. Yep, with the High Priestess upright. The Eight of Cups upright. The Nine of Swords upright. So yeah, it was some kind of change because he was like, he was holding something back. Something was being hidden. Like some kind of illusion about the relationship, and the whole time he had a whole nother family, you know, with a child in, you know, in the picture. Gaslighting. He could have been gaslighting the relationship. Repetitive. And the last card, number 37, was, oh no, I already had backstab. So this was the last card, repetitive. Yeah. We got repetitive. We got sudden change. Day. Red flag. Not rekindle. Alright, so let's go on to the Three of Swords. Let's see what comes out for that. Alright, Spirit, clarify the Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords. Spirit, clarify the Three of Swords. Justice came back out upright. Clarify the Justice upright. Clarify the Justice upright. So we got the Three of Wands coming up upright. So I feel like somebody was waiting for some kind of positive results to come in, like, you know. So we got the Page of Wands upright and the Chariot in reverse. So yeah, I feel like somebody was waiting for some kind of regarding this relationship, because the Three of Swords was out first. So maybe it's the other woman. She was feeling like she was heartbroken. She wanted some kind of you know, outcome because of this. The Justice card coming up upright. So she definitely could have been waiting for some kind of actions to come in, with the Three of Wands following that, with the Page of Wands upright and the Chariot in reverse. But it might have been something that wasn't happening like immediately, or it wasn't coming in immediately, but it was in the beginning of some positive actions or positive results, you know. So now we got the Five of Pentacles in reverse in the Queen of Wands. So yeah, it could have been taking some kind of slow progress, or, you know, results, you know, with the Chariot in reverse, now the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and then now the Queen of Wands. And then at the bottom is the Magician upright. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So she, and the King of Cups upright. Because she was like, you know, she was heartbroken. She wanted some kind of justice to come in. So she was waiting on that. It was in the beginning of it, but it wasn't coming in as quick as she probably wanted. With the Five of Pentacles in reverse. See, the Five of Pentacles upright is like somebody being left out in the cold. So she might not have been feeling like she was left out in the cold, because, and even though it wasn't coming in fast enough, she was getting some kind of positive outcomes, because the Magician came up upright with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Because maybe she wasn't trying to put any more effort into this relationship that she was having with this Emperor that was in reverse, with the King of Cups upright. But he was like, she wasn't trying to offer the relationship to him no more. But with the King of Cups coming up upright, he was probably heavily in his feelings about it, like her not wanting to. So because of that, with that stalking coming out, he probably was stalking her, cause she probably was the one that didn't want to rekindle the relationship. Cause that could have been some kind of red flag to her. Clarify the King of Cups. Spirit, clarify the King of Cups. Clarify the King of Cups. Okay. Ooh, so he came back out. So the first one that came out at the bottom was the King of Pentacles in reverse. With the Devil coming up upright. Excuse me, it dropped. Hold on. Ooh, so the Devil came up upright. The King of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah. This relationship that he probably had all his everything, money, making it sound all good. It was like she wasn't trying to entertain it because he was trying to tempt her with some kind of way. With the Seven of Cups coming out next, that he could have been tempting her, even though he had options, and he wasn't being honest. He was being deceiving. Like we already had the manipulative card come out, so he was being manipulative about the situation. The Eight of Cups came up upright next, and then the King of Swords. So because of him having his options and everything, he could have been heavily thinking in his thoughts, because his emotions probably was involved. So he probably was suppressing his feelings, like we already seen that come out. Probably possibly even drinking, because he probably felt like he was using her kindness for a weakness, not dealing with his past wounds regarding these relationships. And with the Devil coming out, he could have been lying, telling lies, even doing black magic spells of some sort to like keep her stuck or keep her in the relationship, even though he was already with somebody else, or and he had a whole family and child and everything. We got stalking. He could have been projecting energy. Already said being manipulative. They might have had some kind of disagreement. Definitely. This could have all happened in the summertime. So look, we had repetitive, cycle, and sudden change to come out. So yeah, this was all going on between these two different relationships that this emperor had going on. The emperor that was in reverse had going on. King of Pentacles, who was like, he was trying to offer all of this to both of these relationships. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Wands, and the Page of Swords, and the Six of Wands, with the Tower upright. So we got, he's heavily in his feelings, because he might have wanted to walk away from his family, but with the Knight of Swords in reverse. I don't feel like he was doing that because he might not have been like voicing his feelings about that. You know, he can't leave his family. You know, especially if you got a child with that other woman. So he wasn't celebrating the actions of that happening. So even though with the four of wands in reverse and then the page of swords upright, he could have been still watching this other woman, like, you know, watching her and, like, you know, maybe somehow trying to like communicate a little bit. But six of wands coming out in reverse, it wasn't being celebrated. It wasn't like joyous. It wasn't nothing positive coming out of those actions. So the tower moment, the tower came up upright, which caused the tower moment. And then we got the seven of wands coming up upright with the page of cups upright. So yeah, the other woman, she could have been, she knew, she had some kind of insight, you know, into this whole relationship. And so she was in the beginning of moving on, you know. You didn't want to be stuck tied to that relationship. So let's just clarify the page of cups, and then we're going to go to the last card. Or maybe with the page of swords coming out, and since you know, he could have even been having somebody else. The Knight of Cups just came out upright. So yeah, she was in the beginning. Somebody else could have been like, with the Knight of Cups coming up upright, she could have been in the beginning of having feelings with the Tower moment, then the Seven of Wands, the Page of Cups, and now the Knight of Cups. So she had a Tower moment with that relationship, something coming to an end. She might have been taking action or steps towards a new relationship with the Page of Cups coming up upright, the Knight of Cups coming up upright. But it was in the beginning of it, you know, taking their time, you know, they going on dates or whatever, probably talking on the phone. Because this was the Tower and this was the sudden change. So they probably had like more than one sudden change, you know, with the Tower coming out. That was the sudden change. Yep, so she probably was in the beginning of offering her attention and her emotions to somebody else. It could have been a stranger, possibly even her neighbor. And he could have been feeling like she was one in a million. She had magnetic energy. He could have even been traveling to her. And my phone. Every time when I be trying to do something, all of a sudden out of nowhere the phone be wanting to act like it wanna. Okay. So he could be, this new person could be east direction of her, like in the east direction area of her, and that's on period. Cause she knew she wasn't trying to she didn't want to rekindle that with the other, the Emperor in reverse. He probably had a lot to offer, but he was being manipulative. He was stalking. He probably had somebody else watching her, possibly lying lies. She had to find out the news, you know. So she definitely had to keep her strength regarding all of this. Alright, so now we're going to go to the last card, which is the Four of Cups in reverse. Trying to make this video shorter and it's still going to end up being long. in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. So we got the Magician coming up upright. Somebody wasn't all in their up in their head about their feelings or whatever. The Hermit in reverse. But they was trying to manifest something with the Hermit in reverse. Clarify the Hermit in reverse and the Magician upright. So the World just came out. The World came out in reverse. I'm feeling like it's possible. It gotta be the Emperor. Something wasn't coming to a completion, which we already know because we had Repetitive come out, we had Cycle come out. Clarify the World. Clarify the Hermit and the World in reverse. Clarify the Hermit and the World in reverse. Clarify the Hermit and the World in reverse. Seven of Cups coming back out. So yes, this Emperor, who was, you know, like the King of Pentacles, because we've seen both of them come out already, he was trying to manifest this relationship, I think, with this other woman still, or maybe the relationship with the child that he has with the woman that he has a child with, because we got the Seven of Cups. So, you know, he had options, he had choices to pick from, because the World coming out in reverse, something wasn't coming to a new beginning or a new cycle. Excuse me. Now we got the Eight of Swords coming up upright. But he could be, no, this was the other woman that was the Eight of Swords. So she might have been, no, that's him. That's not her. The Eight of Swords. Because he got these options, and this could have still had him, like, trapped in his head, and, like, you know, he's stalking and stuff, so he, like, confused and can't make up his mind or whatever. So after the Eight of Swords came out, it was the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, he was in the Three of Wands because he was waiting. He was still waiting for some kind of, like, he was still waiting for something to happen from that relationship. He was still waiting. Like, I don't know why, but he was. With the Three of Wands coming up upright, so he still felt like the other woman was an option. Because he wasn't probably trying to listen with the Eight of Swords coming up upright. He wasn't trying to listen to what she was saying, or he didn't want to hear. Oh, so no, it was the other relationship with the child with the Ten of Pentacles coming out in reverse. It was, yeah. So he might have been trying to fix this relationship now with the other woman with the child, and that's what he was waiting on to try to see some kind of action, because that was one of his options, and that was something that wasn't coming to completion. It was like a cycle. It was repetitive. He was still trying to manifest it, you know, because he wasn't on up in his head. He wasn't stressing over it, or I mean, like, you know, depressed over it, or where he was sad, or, like, you know, he was, you know, still thinking that everything was all good. But it probably wasn't with the Ten of Pentacles being in reverse, because that's, like, you know, that's the highest, that's they say that's one of the best cards out of the Ten of Pentacles, besides the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And so you want to, yeah, I'll just take it. So the Ace of Pentacles, yep, he was still trying to offer that relationship to the other woman, because he was like he was trying to give time and patience. He was trying to be patient, even though he was doing what he was doing already. The High Priestess coming back out from the first card that came out with the Queen of Wands. So I feel like his mother of his child, she knew that. She had some kind of intuition. So she might have been taking some kind of quick action, or she knew what she wanted to do. This woman could, this mother could even have a cat with a white on the chest. So the Two of Swords just came out upright. Yeah, she knew she had some kind of intuition or whatever. She trying to take some action because she knew he was trying to offer this relationship. Because he was blindsided. He wasn't being upfront with her. He was trying to withhold stuff from her, like, or talking to her, communicating with her about this other relationship. So clarify the Two of Swords. The Devil came up upright, and then the Justice came out upright. At the bottom of the deck, we got the King of Wands, and then the Wheel in reverse. So he could have been doing something kind of like sneakily. Did we have that come out? We had Stalking come out. So maybe you got with the with the Two of Swords, the Magician, the Justice, with the King of Wands, and the Wheel in reverse. He could have been doing some black magic spells, and the actions of that wasn't working towards his best interest with the him. He could have been like heavily drinking. We already know being manipulative and projecting energy, lying and telling lies. Because she could have been telling him no, like, numerous of times, because we got no coming out twice. He couldn't make up his mind between the two. He was hiding the other relationship. And now he could have even been saying, he held that relationship to a higher standard. The whole time he was gaslighting the whole relationship, or even just gaslighting the mother of the child. And she was being blindsided. I feel like that's why the Two of Swords came out upright, because he was like doing something sneakily, maybe even tempting her with something like, oh, if you do this or you do this, I'm gonna stay with you. Thinking he was gonna get some kind of justice out of it, like happening fast, where she was gonna immediately make a decision. So now we got the Five of Wands coming out back again. So with him doing that, and it wasn't fated that it wasn't gonna happen, because you using black magic, and that's like blurring somebody's judgment. They not making the right judgments on a clear mind and clear soul, mind, body, and soul. So they probably was having some more issues, confrontations, arguing, fighting, and him putting the two women in competition with each other, with the King of Pentacles coming back out in reverse, and then the Nine of Pentacles coming out upright, and then the Queen of Cups coming up upright. So because of all the arguing and everything, it took him some time to get where he was trying to get with her. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles coming up upright and the Queen of Cups. Yeah. So it caused this will came out in reverse. It caused them fighting and arguing, which like slowed the progression of the relationship. And the Queen of Cups coming up upright. This definitely had her on her feelings, and she probably was telling. She could have been telling him, "You got the wrong one," because that card came out. And then let's clarify the Queen of Cups. So, first card that was in the deck, but it flipped over, was the Ace of Cups. And then this other one that came out was Judgment. So she probably wasn't looking to be offered this cup of love no more, because she already knew what it was. She knew she was, Judgment coming out. She was letting him know where she stand, or what was going on and everything. I'm not gonna say all of it. She was feeling blindsided. He was gaslighting the relationship, and then he couldn't make up his mind between the two. He lying lies, projecting energy, which he's putting them in competition, and that's causing them to fight and everything. Being manipulative. Plus, he's drinking, but he not healing the wounds from the past of the other relationship. He doing black magic and spells. Could even be stalking the other woman still. Because, he did hit, he hit the relationship. Yeah. Alright, so let's do some romance tarot real quick. Or you know what, let me do the little with the signs and stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna just pick some more. Okay, so two. No. So I picked four. Let's see, because I put numbers and stuff in here too. So let's see what it says. We got the number 7. We got number 1. We got Capricorn. And we got Gemini. So I feel like with 1 and 7 coming out, these could be either of the ages of the child. So the child could either be 1 or 7. And then this could be the signs of any of them that's in a relationship. Or it could be the Emperor in reverse. It could be either of the two ladies that was like, not being told about each other. So they could either or, male or female. Let's take one more. Oh, one fell out already. So let's see what they say. And then we got Leo. So we got Gemini, Leo, and Capricorn. It could be any of these signs. Okay, let's get Romance Tarot deck real quick. Let's see what's coming out of the first card we had out is You Deserve Love. You are lovable. So I feel like this is towards the woman that wasn't the one with the child, even though she was like being involved in this and everything, and he was hiding a relationship. She still deserves to be loved. She's lovable. That's one. Try one more time. For any other cards in this file. Alright, so I guess that's a no. But let's try this shadow deck. Let's see what was he thinking, like this whole relationship, or why was he doing what he was doing. So these are called Shadow Work Oracle deck. This is what they call. Okay, so I'm gonna make these. Shuffle these one more time. Okay, let's see what comes out of these. cards, Spirit. Two more cards. What was the male feeling in this relationship or for this reading? We're not taking all of it. So I'll take the two regular cards. So the first one I had came out was negativity. Let go of the pessimistic attitude. Is getting old. Think of something positive right now. Shift your thinking. So these all is for the male or the man that was hiding, the male that we're gonna say the male that was hiding the relationship. All right. The next one that came out was defensiveness. Hear other people's perspectives and feelings. Shift your focus to them. It's not always about you. Oh, we have five. Okay, so oh, look what we got here. Look at what we got here. Where is that card at? We got manipulative, and we got it right here too. It says, let go of wanting to exert power over someone or a situation. Do you need to work on your self-esteem? And then another one, it says, quick-tempered. Think before you speak. Put space between your thoughts and the words that come out. And then the last one, this the number 5, is impatient. Look for patterns of your impatience. Notice the negative physical symptoms it causes you. Take deep breaths and slow down. And we know we had that come out because of the temperance card. Alright, so we're going to end the video off. Even though we know the other woman deserves love, but everybody deserves love. Everybody is lovable. But you got to know how to work on yourself. And if you are in a relationship, you got to be willing and wanting to work on that too. Alright, so I'm going to end this video. If you end up watching this video all the way to the end, you could like and subscribe, or you could like and or subscribe. And I will see you when I do my next video, probably later on today sometime, because I know it's probably after 12 now. Yep, it's 12:47. Alright, I'm going to end this video. If you watched it, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.